Welcome back, everybody. Hot Mic rolls on a Wednesday morning. I just got a message from the State High School Association, so I know we're getting close. It's a tweet that went out from our guy Tom Mix, letting everybody know about basketball television coverage of the State B, which is back in Minot. And that seems like a fitting segue for our next guest, who's got one of the top Class B boys basketball teams around. The intriguing part about this is that he's a two-time state champion head football coach, and now he's coaching back in basketball. I used to bug this guy about 10 years ago, so it's great to see Sandy Laxdal, who's coaching at North Border. His Eagles are 15-0, and as I mentioned, one of the, I think, ranked third in North Dakota boys Class B hoops. It's great to see you. What in the world are you doing coaching basketball? I thought you were retired.
Well, Dom, I got the bug to get back in, and this was an opportunity that just couldn't pass up. Just great bunch of kids. Super fun to go to work every day and get to work with them, and just excited to get back into coaching and that daily grind and just working with kids every day and seeing their success.
So the easy question is, did you miss it? I mean, you stepped down from football about 4 or 5 years ago. Was it the itch coming back, or did someone approach you? How did this all come about?
Well, in the fall, I was doing a lot of officiating, football officiating, so we got kind of a connection there,
Yeah.
but still miss that daily practice and seeing kids, make those improvements. And then this opportunity came up, and I teach in Walhalla, kind of on I fill in for science here, and so I was teaching at the school already, so. This opportunity came open, and I jumped at the chance to get back in and coach. And really, these kids really have a great love and passion for basketball. So, just saw some similarities there between some of those teams that I've coached, and was able to get back in and just really enjoying every day coming to work and working with those boys.
And you were telling me off air, this had all started with basketball. I don't know if people knew that about you, that was the inroad was basketball first for you, coaching wise?
Yeah, basketball was first for me, coaching wise. I started way back 35 years ago in Montana, did some coaching out there, and then had a short stint in center. And then in Canada is when I started football and basketball both. So kind of interesting, kind of a inside story. Back in 2001, I was helping coach Canada, and we played North Border for the state championship game there, and North Border got us in that game. So a lot of those people around Walhalla still got some good memories of that run, and just hoping to get these boys to that point, and just a fun group, fun atmosphere. Just really excited about coming to work and coaching these kids every day.
Boy, life comes full circle there, doesn't it? Small world, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's in fact, a couple of boys on the team have relatives that were on that team, so it's. I said, yeah, I coached against that person. What, was they any good? Yep, they were a good player. So,
tell us about the adjustment for I mean, doing football for so long, and it's I know two different sports. I know coaching doesn't necessarily change, but what did you use from your football days that have helped you now with basketball?
well, I think number one, I think you just have to develop a relationship and a trust with your players. They have to trust in you that you will make those adjustments, in-game adjustments, and have them prepared for whoever they're running up against. And we're in a very tough district and region up here, some of the best basketball in the state. And then just continue to work with them every day and give them the tools necessary to be successful. And so far those kids have really worked hard, number one, and just really understood what kind of scheme and what kind of things we're trying to do offensively and defensively. They've really bought into playing good defense, and we kind of hang our hat on that. And from my football days, I've always kind of been a defensive guy, so that was kind of an easy transition for me. But just playing good defense, good solid team defense, and that's been really a key to our success so far.
From following on the outside and now we're into the second year of three-class basketball. North Border had some dynamite teams in Region 2 in the old days, but facing Grafton or Hillsborough or Thompson and couldn't get over, or Cavalier for that matter, and couldn't get over the hump to make it to state. How different now you're in it, of coaching now in three classes where North Border is playing similar school sizes. And we got a biggie tomorrow night with Mayport.
Yeah, I really like it. I really like it a lot. I like the district format coming back. It brings that excitement back. Everybody gets to go to the tournament, and it brings that kind of every game matters type of, every game you play has some value to it because, you're trying to win that district and get that top seed in the district going in because, a lot of times there is playback, but a lot of times seeding becomes very, very important at that point. So I really like that part of it. And then the regional, you also have that opportunity at regionals to be in a play-in game to get to state. So I think it brings a lot of excitement into that third place game if you're in that championship game. You still have that opportunity to make it to the state tournament.
Now, say we're mid-February here. You guys haven't lost yet. Is palpable excitement, I know, around each of the communities? Has it gotten to the guys? Have you noticed that? Like, hey, there's more people paying attention or more people coming to the games. Like, we're unbeaten and it's almost tournament time.
Well, in North Border, they've always had an outstanding following, and that hasn't changed. I mean, they always will follow these kids, any sport they're in, whether it's wrestling, whether it's girls basketball, football, anything like that. They're going to follow the boys and or follow those kids, whatever they're playing in. And the crowds have gotten bigger and bigger and bigger each time. And when we hosted Midway Minto here about a couple weeks ago, it was one of the bigger crowds I've seen at a regular season high school basketball game, and loud crowd. We had a tough time hearing on the floor, and just a great atmosphere to be a part of, and a great atmosphere for our kids to play before, that. And good rivalry game there, good game all around. We fell behind early and then battle our way back and able to come out on top.
Give me a couple of your guys here. I know Brody Berg's really good player, Caden Moore, Grant Cosley. Those guys, how much have they led the way for you, especially in your first year, knowing you had this kind of talent that was returning off of last year's team?
Yeah, exactly. We have Grant Cosley at point guard. He's our leader. He's our go-to guy. His scoring numbers might be down a little bit at 12.9, but he does so many things for us. Often guards the other team's best player. And then, Brody Berg, Cade Schaefer inside are both averaging over 12 points a game, and number of rebounds out of both of those kids. And then Caden Moore's he's our scorer. He's our guy that goes out, knocks down some big threes, and he's leading us in scoring at about 16.7 and just doing a lot of little things really well, rebounding well, gets a number of steals, number of assists during the game. And then our last starter is Wes Cosley. He's just an athlete that does a lot of good things. He guards the best perimeter player, shoots the ball well, hit a big shot the other night for us. And, they play really good team basketball, really share the ball well, and really get after it on the defensive end. That's where we make things happen, turn our defense into offense. So really happy with where the boys are playing, and you can see the chemistry there. You can see how explosive they are, and that's always fun to see. I think their best basketball is ahead of them.
I don't think the love ever left, but has it rejuvenated you this year of getting back in, having the kind of success of being back on a sideline or a bench?
Yeah, I just really enjoy the relationship there, just getting together with kids and just seeing them, just seeing the smile on their face when they play well together, just the day-to-day excitement they have for going out in there and competing. And, it's definitely keeping me young. I just had a birthday here a couple days ago, and boy, it sure didn't feel like I was the age I was, but it's fun to get back in it. And, fun to get back in there and scout and watch teams and try to come up with a game plan to knock off a good team. And we got a big one tomorrow night with Mayport CG, so that'll be our tough test come tomorrow for sure.
I would be remiss if I didn't talk any football with you. 13 years at Cavalier, 4 Dakota Bowls. You won 2 of them. That last one, I know Sandy was so odd. It was the COVID year of 2020. That was the last game, and you guys made it all the way to the title game. Cavalier is such a proud football town with such unbelievable success. When did you was it early on you realized, like, holy cow, this is a different job? Like, the amount of people that care about Cavalier football. When was it like, this is a job unlike others?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think you have just a mentality there that kids take on that, they just have a great deal of pride, and they just really want to be successful. They've seen a lot of teams before them have a lot of success. So, success just doesn't come overnight too. They put a lot of work into it, and you see a lot of kids lifting in the off season, but there's a lot of dedication to it, and just to be a small piece of that was just super fun, and just a great ride just to go through that and have a lot of success, and just see the daily work that everybody did together. It just put a good winning program out there, and just a lot of fun to be a part of that, and they had a lot of success in the last couple of years. Maybe haven't got to that game, but I see future kids that were maybe in early elementary. They see that, and they know that coming. They got a really strong elementary program this year, so I think they've got another run in them here coming in the next couple of years. So.
All right, before I let you go, I'll get you in trouble. Which team was better, 13 or 14? You guys won it back to back. Which team was the better one of the two?
I've been asked that question before, Dom, and they had the 13 team was just kind of I think they were a little bit fly under the radar team. People knew about them, but all of a sudden Ryan Crest, he just became just a dynamic quarterback, just a dual threat quarterback, and then he had some pieces around him. And I often say he's probably the best player I've ever coached on the football field, and that's big shoes there that he is filling. But 14 was just a dominant group of kids that had played all the way through. They started in 6th grade, with their youth football, and just dominated everybody. So I would probably say 14, just from the standpoint of overall big picture. They just had so many things led by Brock Robbins, and 30 some touchdowns as a senior in high school. That's almost remarkable for a kid to do that.
It's pretty good stuff. It's great to see you. I'm so glad you're back in the game and having great success. Thanks so much for the time. Be well, and we'll talk down the road, okay?
You bet. Appreciate it, Dom, very much. Thanks for having me on.
Sandy Laxdal, head coach of the North Border boys basketball team. The Eagles are flying high. They're at 15-0, one of the top teams. They got a huge matchup coming up to end the season with Midway Minto. The Mustangs have only lost once either. Again, this is why this new format for the Class B is better, because at the old, only one of them can make it. Now there's the real chance both can end up at the state tournament in Minot here in about a month's time. Appreciate his time, and we'll be keeping an eye on what happens there after a dynamite career coaching football at Cavalier. We're due for a break. We'll take one now. We get caught up here. Hour 1 wraps up. Dave Richmond coming up in our second hour as well as we roll on a Wednesday morning edition of Hot Mike. We're back after this.